All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Treecast podcast. I'm your host Israel Torres, and joined to me with me today is my co-host John. Say hello to the.
Jonathan. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
I am the
episode,
co-host.
all right. So in this episode, we're gonna be looking at, be talking about like things, basically looking back at the past decade of, of the years of whatever you want to say. 2019 is coming to an end pretty soon, and I thought it'd be a perfect time to kind of talk about basically the past 10 years of, our personal lives, and not only that, like, the entertainment side. So, like, I had recently asked people to kind of submit some things on Instagram, like, what's your favorite artist of the decade, things like that. So we'll be getting to those. And first let's just start off with giving some more personal things. How has the past decade been treating you, John? Like, what are some like notable moments that you had, some accomplishments, some regrets, etc., that happened through the past 10 years of your life?
Mm, from the past 10 years, there's been so many ups and downs, but I think some of the I would just go into like the accomplishments and so I'll start with like college. I was very hesitant on going to college, but I ended up just doing it just because my occupation uh, as a police officer would make me wait till I'm 21 years old. So I decided to take advantage of the time that I had at 17, graduating high school at 17. Um, to go to college, and get at least my associate's degree as well as majoring in criminal justice. So I can, continue my,
Okay.
overall career.
Yeah.
My career, basically. Like, it's mainly just for my career. College
Okay.
is to help me and my career.
All right, and that's of recent of accomplishment. Because what you joined in last year, was it, or was it like a year and a half ago?
It was back in, I want to say 2018, yeah, because we graduated in 17, huh?
Yes.
It was a little after um, the year ended, because I did start summer and we graduated before summer. I think I want to say, yeah, it took probably a year. The first semester I did was summer semester in
Okay.
college.
Okay.
Another
You.
accomplishment has to be like my friend group. I know they say like in high school they're like, oh, you when you get out of high school you only have that one true best friend. Um, but I say, uh, I we've like stuck together for a pretty long time.
Mhm. Yeah, because for those who probably only listened to the first episode, you probably got like a short, like a little hint at it, but we were basically two different friend groups, and I kind of just after a whole slew of things, kind of just boiled down to one friend group, and we kind of just stuck together. That's why we're called Team Tree, as that's why it's called the Treecast podcast, because my friend group is we call ourselves the
And
Team Tree. Go
keep
on,
in
John.
mind this was before
Mr.
Mr.
Piece of
Beast
shit.
decided to do. Yeah, just so we're not copying him at all. This is we have
No, we
you
are.
know there is sufficient like evidence that we had created Team Tree way before we have created uh, way before Mr. Beast has created the trend known as Team Tree. I just
Team
want to
Trees.
establish that because yeah.
There is a slight difference. His is called Team Trees, plural. But we had the Team Tree thing since basically out of high school. So that was in 2017. And
Hmm.
that was actually made because it was like a little. It was kind of like similar to Team 10, and that's where I got the idea, and that's how I called it Team Tree. because they were called Team 10. It was like at Jake Paul's like peak, as you can say. And I was like, fuck it, I'm making my own Team 10, you know. But this time we're not gonna have rich assholes, you know, burning down, you know, mattresses in our $10 million mansion, dude. We're just broke college students, just a group of friends, you know. But yeah, I am proud of that little group too, and we keep adding more members. We added Buddha, which is Xavier.
Buddha, he's back again. Yeah. AJ. Darshante, I want to say he was in the group,
no,
but not as much.
He was in the middle of Team.
I think he's more included now than he used to be.
Yes,
that's true. Like I kind of just want to, yeah.
Well, he's more involved. I would rather say he's more involved as of recent. And then I know Leo had added Daniel into our, but he doesn't interact with us, so we might need to change that sometime in the future.
My cousin as well. Like he's in the group chat, but I don't think he really is a part of it. We have Xavier, Anthony, you, Alonzo, AJ, Leo, Darsh, and then me. So that's a pretty long, pretty big list.
Yeah, it's pretty big because the starting group was me, you, Alonzo, Leo, and yeah, that was it. And then we added Anthony. Anthony was the first one to be added, and then I think Darsh was next, and it just kept going more and more. But yeah, any other accomplishments? Because I know these are like recent events. You want to try to go a little earlier than that? Because 10 years ago you were like what, like 10?
Yeah, but I don't really remember much of it. Because I want to say more of my fond memories are here and later. Because I've always been, you know, always been very strict with myself. Like, you know, come home, do homework, you know, go to school, hang out with a couple friends, continue to pay attention, get good grades. Like, I was never really outgoing the way I am now. So that's the reason why majority of my accomplishments and proud moments are recent rather than, you know, 10 years ago.
Okay. Any, like I said, any regrets, anything you want to, that you're comfortable with, you know? I don't want to say, hey, talk about you know who, you know, your chew toy.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a regret, rather a learning experience. That's something that I you know.
Yeah, but like I said, you don't have to talk about
it. No regrets. I don't think I have any. Well, maybe one, but I won't talk about that one.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, only that you are comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, I won't talk about it. If not only for myself, but for those people, because you know they deserve their privacy, and you know that's between us.
Yeah. Unless we have consenting from both parties, and yeah, I mean we could say whatever the hell we want. But for now, you know, just anything you're comfortable with. Anything else that you want to bring up?
No. I think I'm good. As of right now, it'll probably come later, but I'll bring it up if it does.
Okay. I guess I'll talk about my side too. Like you said, the college thing. I've recently, we go to the same college, but I started before John. I started like right after high school in the fall. So we graduated March 2017, and I was going to community college that fall. That was one of my accomplishments. I had been, like you, I was hesitant to go for the sheer fact that, like, I wanted to take a break from school, because, fuck, dude, like, school is just exhausting. Like, high school.
It is. High school
not only, like,
is,
you know...
more exhausting than... Do you think high school is more exhausting than college?
In some aspects, I think it's more mentally exhausting in high school, just because, you know, you're a fucking teenager, basically, and you don't know what to do with your fucking life. With college, you know, there's aspects of it that you won't see in high school, like, you know, payments and shit like that, you know. But overall, I had a harder time in high school than I did in college, I would say, in my opinion. I don't know if that's
Likewise, I
different
think
with you.
it's more difficult in high school than in college.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of issues in high school, not just with people, but like not just with my peers, but with adults as well, such as my parents or um, teachers, counselors, especially the counselor, which I will not name, but like there were so many issues. But I've also had good experiences with some teachers and some peers and some counselors. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely some memorable moments in my time in high school. I think the one I would look back at is a couple things. Kind of meeting some of the teachers I met over there. For one, our English teacher, Miss Graham.
Miss Graham.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
she's.
I fucking love her, dude. Like, she was the main reason why I'm going into the main line occupation I'm going into. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going in as an English high school teacher, and she was the one of the many ones to kindle my candlelight, like to like actually go forward with it. But yeah, meeting her it really did change my life, honestly. And I had nothing but pleasant experiences with her, and I'm pretty sure you do too.
Yeah, likewise. Miss Graham was probably one of my favorite teachers in high school.
Yeah.
Her and Miss Birch, even though she was really strict in high school, if they had her, but she was really good at teaching. And very because of her being really strict, she helped me get through high school. You know,
Uh huh.
the right way, the smart way. You know, without messing around. You know, she kind of, in a sense, she kept everybody in check. Is what I
Yeah.
would like to say.
But yeah, not only like meeting some of the teachers like Miss Graham. Um, I think like one of the most funniest things that in my high school career was when I became a walking cardenas for the entire fucking school.
You were selling chips and everything.
Yeah. So basically, for those who don't know, I was basically the Walter White of food in high school. So I would come in with a suitcase. I had like I was stacked, dude. I was stacked with like Gatorade, sodas, chips, candy, dude. And I made a pretty penny until they caught me. But like, dude, it was just like one of the best time like of
You
my high
felt
school
reliable
career.
in a sense.
What do you mean?
Because
I
the
was.
food, like you were reliable in a sense, like to a lot of people, because you know a lot of people
Oh
skip
yeah.
lunch. Not only that, but like the food there was terrible. I think
Oh yeah, the
towards the
food
end
was
of our
terrible,
school
dude.
years, the
Yeah,
food
dude.
really died. It went to shit. Not only
Yeah,
the
it was
food,
like.
but like just a lot. And towards the end of our years, we're going down to shit. And I think
Yeah,
I want to say it was in a sense a good thing because like that helped us get back up. You know.
yeah, the food portion. Because I remember the high school for whatever reason they're like, yeah, we're just gonna be serving what is it, chicken sandwiches for like 3 months straight, dude, every day. And I
Mm.
just got tired of it, dude. And that's why a lot of people came to me was because like the school food was just everyone was just tired of it. Like nobody wanted to eat
Yeah,
that.
and it wasn't like a healthy option. You know, like they didn't
Yeah.
offer us like. I mean, yeah, they offered us fruits, vegetables, and all that stuff, but it wasn't like
It
you know
was
some
either a chicken
gourmet shit. It
sandwich
was
or a fucking.
it's like
It was
food and stuff
yogurt.
you'd
That's
get
what it
at the
was.
99. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's
like the
either
yogurt
well,
was
it
okay.
was alright. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
but
alright.
it
You
was
know.
just no, it was gross. But yeah, back onto the me selling. Yeah, because I would even have some of the teachers buy for me, which was the most funny. Like that was just the most hilarious part of it. Because I remember in PE, um, after like before going running the mall, whatever, and then after like going back into the locker rooms and changing. I would have some of the coaches come in and you're like, oh, what drinks did you have today and shit like that, and they'll buy some for me. And they weren't the only teachers that bought for me. There was others plenty. And I made, because I sold them at really cheap prices compared to every other person. Because people were selling chips for like I don't know, like $2, sodas for a
Hello.
dollar. I sold them at the absolute cheapest. I was literally making pennies off of everything. But it came to
Mhm.
the point where I was making 100 weekly, and so that was good change for a high schooler, you know. And I was
Mhm.
literally just making pennies off of everything, but I just sold so much that it made me a lot of fucking money in the end of the week. And that was just one of my
Yeah.
just my one of my favorite moments in high school,
Mhm.
you know. And then back to college. This is more recent because I recently joined this club, but being a member of the SCTA association uh, has really been very fun for me. Um, I came in as just a member, and then I came out of it as as the president, because the previous president had some health issues, and no one else was willing to become president, and they just chose me. I was like, all right, screw it. But we did. My time as president so far has been very great. As I did a few charity things. You know, I did some donations. I helped out with the church. You know, I read to kids. You know, it's been really great, kind of experiencing that, like helping with the community. You know, giving back, and then just like getting experience at the same time for my career. And yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I don't think I have regrets I'm open to talk about. And from the last 10 years, I don't, not just that I don't want to talk about, but like things that come to mind don't really are not coming to mind to say.
Yeah.
Um, cause I don't know, like I wouldn't really count. Oh, fucking Becky from goddamn high school doesn't want to talk to me, or like I didn't talk to her, or whatever. You know, this shit doesn't even count. It was high school.
I think we're at a point in our lives where it's like we're too grateful for what we have now to really be looking at the past and be
Yeah.
like, oh, I should have done this or that, you know. And maybe
Yeah,
that's
you
why
can
we
say
don't have
that.
many regrets. I mean, we do have some, but it's not like major regrets or anything. I don't. I think
Yeah.
we can live without them type of stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I had some major regrets, but those are all personal. That I do not want to say publicly
Mhm.
on the podcast, but easily some things that happened in therapy. You know, I said some shit that I shouldn't have. But yeah, I mean, as regrets, I really don't have any. But other than that, I mean, the past 10 years for me, looking back, I had a pretty great life. I mean, yeah, I was pretty depressed for most of it, especially this year. Fuck, dude, like, I don't know, it was just a roller coaster. In 2019 was just a roller coaster in general, dude. Like,
And I think a lot of people agree. I mean, a lot. I don't just mean like people in our city or in our town. Like, I mean, a lot of people agree that the 2019 was the most emotional year in terms of, you know, falling apart, rebuilding themselves back up. I think that's something that everyone sort of went through, even if it doesn't seem like it.
yeah, like I said, I mean,
I would
looking back,
I would call
go
this
ahead.
year like a critical. I would call this year like a critical year, or like or a sensitive year. You know, like a very major shifting point for everyone. I think this year. I don't think last year was like this, the way it is this year or the following year. You know.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, a lot of fucking, you know, a lot of people fucking died this year. We had Juice Rolls as recently passing away.
Hmm.
It was in Meek Mill, Etika, X died. You know, we had a lot of fucking. No, X died last year, I think. No, but like, regardless, like we had a lot of fucking
Yeah,
people fucking.
there's a lot of, you know. I think Stan Lee passed away this year as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I would look up
There's a
that, but
lot though.
we just had
Yeah,
a lot of people just
we don't
pass
need to
away.
look it up. There's just a lot. You know, not just but
I,
you know
I'll
people
probably
but family as well.
put pictures up with their dates on podcast. But yeah, I mean, like you said, it was just this is just a critical point. Hopefully, because we entering the 2010s, everything was pretty innocent, and then just kind of towards the end, you kind of just see how toxic, um, you know, the environment is. I should say,
Mm-hmm.
because everyone just so divided. I think that
A lot.
2016 was our down, like 2016 with the election and everything. I just kind of just divided everybody. I feel like,
A lot. Not just like people who go for Trump and others who go for Hillary, but like so many
you can't even have
groups
a
and opposing arguments were
yeah.
debated about. You know,
Like you can say I like
homophobia.
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
then people be on Twitter be like, oh, you can't like Trump because you're racist. Like regardless of what you think of the guy, you know, it
Yeah.
seems like anybody's out there to get you. Especially with the Me Too movement that had happened recently. No, well, not recently, but a couple years ago, where at first it seemed kind of innocent, but
You know,
then,
true and honest
yeah, but
and
then as you go
serious.
down the rabbit hole,
It's still
you
serious,
kind
but
of just it's a serious issue, and I advocate for women speaking out on these issues, but as Dave Chappelle said, like the way some of these girls or women are going about this is wrong, and you have some people just trying to use the Me Too movement as a way to kind of cancel people, cancel in quotation marks, but it has been ruined. It has been used wrong in some cases where it's been false and it has tarnished people's careers over it. And it's just sad to see shit like that happens because if it's a false accusation and the person is doing it knowing that it's false, and they see the person getting their career destroyed, that is shitty as fuck. And I do not approve of those people using that kind of, that way just to get back at somebody, regardless of,
yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, 2016 was just what shifted the climate, and as we see in
Mm-hmm.
2019, we kind of just see how we're really all divided. And I hope that really does change within the next decade or so. Because honestly, I'm really fucking exhausted of what's been happening, dude. It's mentally exhausting just seeing people just fight over the most mundane shit. You know, I don't know. But yeah, we should probably move on to a lighter subject because I was just
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah, well,
there was
we
a
can-
let me just say this. There was a game developer. I forgot what they're called, but I was watching this on a podcast, Thomas C's Shop from Point, and he was reviewing a Me Too movement of some girl who said this game developer raped her, like grabbed her private parts and shit like that, and she revealed it on Twitter or whatever. I can remember so vaguely, but I'm just giving like a little short summary of it. And basically, the guy had committed suicide, and when this shit broke out, even his sister was against him, but there wasn't like hard hitting evidence that suggests that he had abused her in any way. It just, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, let's move on to a little lighter subject. Like, thinking of shit like that, it's just so fucking depressing, honestly. So, I want to kind of move on to New Year's resolutions, because the New Year is coming up. Let's start off with you first. Any New Year resolutions that you want to tackle,
I want to say resolutions. I don't really believe in that. I think they're temporary, or at least people don't commit to them.
Uh-huh.
and I think that's been a trend for many years. However, I want to say necessarily New Year's resolution, but um, accomplishments that I want to achieve next year, things I want to do next year, such as getting my driver's license, starting to work, starting full-time college. Um, I want to learn some new skills, such as learning a new language, not just Japanese, but like something like German, Russian. I kind of want to be really diverse in that uh, field for whatever reason, whether I want to travel or, my job takes me out of state. If it ever does, I doubt it will, but prepare for the worst. And also learn the piano because I've been wanting to learn an instrument, and the piano has always been a very beautiful instrument that I've always wanted to learn to play.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
There's just some nice things to kind of just learn. I'm kind of on the same boat, I kind of see New Year's resolutions as kind of temporary. But there are some things I want to kind of accomplish too. Kind of tagging on that last note you did, the instrument, I do want to learn the piano as well.
Yeah.
If not, then I want to learn guitar because I've been wanting to play guitar.
Guitar or piano. Yeah, those are. I think the guitar is probably the more common, but I want to learn the piano because I just want to be really, I'm tired of playing video games all day. Like, let's say I'm bored and I, just out of the blue want to do something. I want that something to be the piano. Or whether it's learning to play the piano or coming up with my own song or just playing songs that already exist,
Yeah, and I kind of want to go again that poetry.
Plus,
I had
chicks
taken
love
poetry.
that shit.
Yeah, we could serenade the muchachas, I was gonna mention that, but I was too scared to say anything about it.
Yeah, just I was gonna say it with the B word, but I didn't want to disrespect anyone.
Broads?
Yes, we'll go with that. Everyone's competent enough to know what I was gonna say, but I wanted to say the safer way.
Channel.
Yes, that's
There's a reason why it's called Treat Jesus, dude. It's Christian only. I was gonna say something. Yeah, I mean, ladies, hit me up at Remedial Smile on Instagram. No, but I also want to get into man, this might sound like very simp-like for me, but I want to start gardening. I really want to get into gardening. I've been talking with
gardening.
I was thinking of
we all have great minds to think alike, dude. Because I've also wanted to do gardening. I want to do gardening not because my grandma used to do. No, my grandpa used to do a lot of gardening himself. And I think that's something that I want to pick up, not just because it's an interesting talent, but it's sort of like a reminder of my grandpa, who's still alive, but for whatever reason, I at least have something, of his, because I don't have his name or anything other than his blood.
Yeah, and going back to the Mr. Beast thing, I wanted to plant a fucking tree, but I swear, this was before the whole Team Tree shit went on, dude. I've been fucking having this fucking feeling before that shit ever started. Because I was looking up, because I was like, I want to grow a fucking banana tree, But not just any kind of fucking banana tree. There's these blue bananas that you can fucking grow.
That tastes like
vanilla ice cream.
Don't they say it tastes like vanilla? Yeah, that's what people say. Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck, I wanna plant that. And this was months ago though. And Mr. Beast had, god damn it, dude. I'm gonna fucking sue Mr. Beast for taking my goddamn name and stealing my fucking ideas, dude.
Even though, I mean, you might win the name part, but not the
I know, because
the
it was
idea
just
part, because there's no written form or even recorded form of that
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I
But
have no evidence to suggest that I was planning to fucking plant
do
trees way
you
before Mr. Beast.
do you want to answer the questions that you asked on your
Yeah,
story?
yeah, yeah. Let me just kind of just sort of
I
order
didn't
up
get
my resolutions.
many responses. However, I did get some.
Wait, because I still have a couple more resolutions I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, other than gardening, I do want to lose the weight. I know that sounds everyone has that shit under their list, but I really need to get serious with that shit, dude. I gained so much fucking weight this year. Just eating Chick-fil-A and like Jack in the Box and shit like that, dude. I gained like 50 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
like no fucking lie, dude. I gained 50 pounds. I was like, I really want to lose
I
that, and
want to get back into.
I might, uh, have something in the works. Probably gonna go to Leo to see, because I know he wants to lose weight, but I might want to do a challenge with him to see who can lose the most weight. I think that would be a very good, idea to record.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just need to find motivation. That's like the only thing. But if you hit me up at Remedial Smile, and you're a cute girl, it can give me the motivation.
I think the feeling is mutual about that. The motivation. Like I know it sounds very cliche and very sad, but I want to say I think the best motivation is a connection like that because they kind of like care about your well-being in a sense. I know friends do the same, but it's not like having a relationship type of stuff. I feel like that's something that motivation can really just help you a lot, even if it's like only temporary.
I could see that working, but that won't necessarily be my motivation. I really want to get into cosplaying too. I really want to, since Anime Expo is next year, I really want to, go as somebody, but, who the hell am I going to go as? Like, fucking, I don't know. I don't know any fat
Someone
Mexicans
broke
are
something
popular.
cheap.
I wanted to go as Little Mac, because,
But yeah, okay.
or Captain Falcon, but I was like, fuck, I had to, like, get ripped for those roles. So I might want to focus on just losing the weight and try to probably build muscle and then start cosplaying, because I really do want to start cosplaying as, shit. Not as like a pile of shit, but Alright, so let's move on over to some of the Instagram comments that I've received. And I'm pretty sure you had some too, John. Is that correct?
I only had like two, and one of them was a joke, and the other one was actual serious. But I don't think I'm gonna really do that. I rather just answer them myself, and then maybe ask this again.
I mean, just
Yeah.
just don't say the joke one. It's just know.
Well, like
Just,
I said, it was I only had a couple, as in like two responses, and one was a joke and the other wasn't.
Okay, so moving on to the first one, I said, "What's your favorite album of the decade?" And I had two responses for this because I should not have done this last second, like I had it. But username Denise Sonrisa. Ah, fuck. I'm probably butchering that shit. She said Youngblood 5 SOS. She said, I have never heard of Youngblood. I might put up a picture of the album on the screen. But yeah, that was her response. And I also had, by user It's Fost, which is also Fosto, he said Vici, Tim. And he said only hit harder because he died, which is kind of going on to the topic that we are talking about, like how many people were dying. Vici was one of them. And yeah, those were some of the favorite albums of the decade that some people have responded. And did you have any?
So the two that I got, well, the two serious ones minus the joke one. So for that one, I got one from my cousin Ponch, which is 2014 Forest Hills. That's his favorite album. And then the second one was by Cindy. Trilogy by The Weeknd.
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah. Do you know any of the albums that have been mentioned, or do you have your own album of the decade?
Do I have an album that I have?
No,
Um,
that your favorite album of the decade.
of this decade, I want
Yeah.
to say because there's so many, but I think I'm gonna go with American Teen by Cali because I really did fall in love with his music. His music is really good.
Okay. Okay. Never heard of it. Might have to check that out. And I also have one, but that one might sound pretty cheap because given the release date of it, I really love the Disgrace album by Josh A. I just love that. I just love every song on that album, dude. It's a masterpiece, you know. You can picture me
Mm.
like as an Italian, Mamma Mia. It's a spicy
There's
album.
yeah, I mean I love their albums too, like the Save Our Souls one, but I just kind of want to like I think that album that I named by Cali because that person was recommended to me, so
Oh,
you
okay.
know
But yeah.
I and I mean it was recommended and I fell in love with it immediately, as well as the people you recommended me to,
Yeah.
which was Josh and J Kill.
Yeah, and I was gonna say the Bless album was a close second, just because it had pretty good songs, but I had introduced people like you, as you mentioned, and
Hmm.
Leo and such, and that really got us into Josh's and Jake's cult.
Yeah.
But no, I mean I really loved the Disgrace album. It just came out not too long ago, but I just fucking love it, dude. All right, moving on to our second. The second thing I asked, I said, "What's your favorite song of the decade?" And the two responses I got was "Ya Tu Sabes" by CNCO, and that's from Denise. And It's Boss has responded with "Choppa Won't Miss" by Playboy Cardi. I don't know if you got anything on your responses.
I got one by my cousin. It's No Role Models by fucking shit. Why did I forget his name? I am so sorry. J. Cole. There you go. I'm
J.
sorry.
Cole,
I
okay.
was about to look it up, but then I just barely remembered. There you go. And I like that song too. It's a really good song.
Okay.
What about
You have any favorite
do,
songs
do,
of the?
I have one, and just barely too. It was released in 2011, so I was like right there. It's Mirrors by Lil Wayne featuring Bruno Mars. Um, to this day, it's still my favorite song. Um,
Go on, John. Finish your sentence.
yeah, that's it. Those to
Oh,
this day,
that's
it's
it.
still my
Okay.
favorite song. Yeah, my bad.
Because you said
It's
but,
because it.
and I was like, okay.
No, I didn't say, but I said to this day, it's
Um,
still my favorite song. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, my favorite song of the decade. I'm going through my Spotify list right now, and I really think I'm probably gonna give it to "The Man on My Left Shoulder" by Quereca and in the Voice Memos album. I really love that fucking song, dude. Like I listen to it almost every day. I'm like obsessed with Quebec at this point. But no, I
Mm.
really, it's a good song, dude. I recommend everybody listen to it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
that's
have a
mine.
lot of
That's mine.
favorite songs, but
Yeah, it's kind of hard to choose because there's so many good.
it is,
music
as well as
videos.
the album. Like even now, I was like really debating between a lot of albums that I liked, but I wanted to choose Khaled just because I listened to him a lot.
All right,
What was your next
moving on
question?
to favorite YouTuber of the decade.
YouTuber, H2O Delirious.
Or
You
we should probably
already
answer the
know
people's. You didn't get any responses
Uh,
on that?
No, I didn't get any. My
Okay, 'cause
bad.
I got-
I'll go
I
into
got
detail on mine though.
Okay. So first is by Isaac Gomez 25, and he said Phase Rug. I mean, You can like what you want. I'm really not a fan of the phase people.
You're
Probably
not
the
a
only
fan
one.
of my twin, bro?
No, no, I'm not, dude. But no, I mean, you can like what you like. I mean, I can see why he has some appeal. All right, another one by Denise. She says the Try Guys. I've heard of them, just never watched any of them.
Mm.
Um, Next one was by that tall guy 24, which is AJ, and he says
Mm-hmm.
Pewds, which is PewDiePie, and that's a good choice, especially how he revolutionized the platform. And one more
Mm-hmm.
by It's Foss, and he says Ali 8 because he's one of the OGs of gaming. I mean, I've heard of him. I mean, I can see why you would like Ali 8, but he's not my cup of tea to say. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a good variety right here. I wasn't really expecting it as much. But yeah, you want to go into
Mm-hmm.
why you want to
Why I
convert
like
people to
H2O
H2O?
Delirious?
Yeah.
Um, he was just the first YouTuber that I like genuinely subscribed to. It's like, because usually I would subscribe to like YouTubers who just upload funny videos and shit, but he was the one I was like most excited for to watch videos like every day coming out of school, or finishing homework, or staying up late because I couldn't do like watch the videos. Even to this day, like I know I'm like super behind on a lot of his YouTube videos, and I do watch some of them, but he's a long time favorite.
Uh huh.
Kind of grew up with him in a sense
Yeah, cause he
with his
was one
content.
of the groups that kind of, well, not just you know, H2O along with like Vanoss, Medialad, and all them. They
Yeah.
kind of popularized because there was another group that they were based off of. I don't know if many people remember, but I do because I was a fan of the other group. Um, they were basically based off of the crew. The crew is which is KWR Speedy, Jehovah's Witness, Sidearms, Shadow Beats, etc., etc. And they gave me that feel when I used to watch Fanos back then. But yeah, I mean, I really do see the appeal in them. Personally, they're not H2O is not my cup of tea. Just because I don't know, I can't stand his fucking voice. I really can't. It's so annoying, dude.
But you're
Uh,
like very intolerant to a lot of people.
Me? Like who?
Yeah.
Like
Next
who?
Taku. Like you're like you didn't like his voice either.
Oh well, like I'm gonna put a clip of his fucking voice, and you're gonna see why I fucking hate. If people are listening to this shit, they're gonna know why his fucking voice is annoying.
Hit on one side, and on the other side, Megalovania, with his smiling, winky skeleton face. On the other side, the absolutely terrifying smiling skeleton face with the blue flames erupting from his eyeball, or rather, eye socket. He's great meme material.
I was just saying he revolutionized hentai on
I'm
YouTube.
bleeping that shit out, dude. We can't talk about that.
The what do you call, he called it gentai for safety, because nobody knows what gentai is.
But yeah, I see why. Like I said, they had the same style of the crew.
Same
I mean, they
format.
they just popularized it because the crew was popular, but they're not as relevant. I fucking hate using that word because of race stuff, but they really are the ones who are like really no, but like it's true. They're the ones who are still
No, it
thriving
just made
on
me
this
laugh
fucking
because you're like,
platform. But no, they're still thriving on this fucking platform. They're still garnering millions of fucking views per fucking upload.
mm-hmm.
It's insane, even within all the like the algorithm changes and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, anything else you want to add on H2O?
No.
H2O Delirious, if you're listening to this, I fucking doubt that you are. But hook my boy up with the YouTube's figure. He's been bugging me about it, and I don't want to fucking hear any more of it. So just hook him up, please. End my suffering. For the love of God. No, but yeah, I see why people would enjoy H2O. I mean, personally, it's not my cup of tea. Like I said, his voice is just annoying. But yeah, my YouTuber of the decade This one was a hard one for me, honestly. I'm probably gonna give it
I
to.
know your answer, though.
Really? Okay. Well, it's a tie, I'd say, between Scott the Waz and Mr. Beast. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows who the fuck Mr. Beast is. I mean, just like how he changed the platform on its own really garners the respect that he deserves. You know, the whole 20 successfully planting 20 million trees. You know, donating to millions of dollars to needy people and shit like that. That's just, that in and of itself is just fucking great, and I love him for that. Like, I mean, he's still pulling mad fucking views that nobody's really seen on this fucking platform besides like Shane Dawson. But and Scott the Waz, he, for those who don't know, because he is a way smaller YouTuber compared to Mr. Beast, but he is a gaming channel in the same vein that like Angry Video Game Nerd is, where they kind of discuss different video game topics. And I had found Scott the Waz through this other YouTuber, Relax, who did similar content but more focused on Smash Brothers. But he had featured him on his channel, and I fell in love with him. But Scott the Waz, like, he has like his comedy, like his punchlines, they always fucking hit, and it's just fucking hilarious every time I fucking watch his shit. And I mean, he talks about a lot of fucking topics that I really like. You know, recently, I was literally before this podcast was being recorded. He had uploaded a video called Bargain Bins, and he was like talking about like video game bargain bins that you'll see like go on dirt cheap. Like, you know, Anthem's like $5 and Battleborn's like $2, shit like that. The way he like presented it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I highly recommend it if anybody's really into like gaming, more so Nintendo than others. But like, if you really want like kind of Angry Video Game Nerd kind of vibes, or like JonTron-ish, then Scott, I really highly recommend Scott. But yeah, that's my. I just can't decide between the two, honestly. But yeah, I don't, like I said, he's smaller than what most people know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think you fucking heard of him. I've showed some videos, but I like.
Yeah, you've shown. I've seen some of his videos. You sent some to the group chat and stuff.
Yeah, I generally like to do these. It's funny as hell. Okay, anyways, moving on to favorite game of the decade. Did you get any responses on your end?
No, for everything else, I did not get anything, and I just didn't post them because it seemed like nobody was, like you said, they were sent. I was basically sending them to you, so I think a lot of your responses could be from me as well. Yeah.
So Denise says Minecraft. I mean, that's a good choice. As Foss says Sonic Unleashed for the PS2. I mean, Sonic Unleashed was pretty fun, not gonna lie. That tall guy says Black Ops 2 / the Pokemon series. Kieto says GTA 5. And T-Rex 99, which is Anthony, says Monster Hunter World. I'm pretty sure you played some of these games, most notably GTA and Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are good games, not gonna lie.
Minecraft too.
But yeah, what's your game?
Sonic Unleashed is the one with when he turns into a fucking werewolf, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that is a good Sonic game. Very fun game.
It's really rare
that's
to find
hard,
a good Sonic game.
if I'm being honest, to find the best game. Because I was introduced to a lot. I was very diverse in a lot of video games. That's hard, though.
If you had to top it to 5.
So...
Top it to 5.
I can narrow it down to top 3.
Top 3? Okay. We'll go with top 3.
No. We'll do... Yeah. Top 3, top 5. It doesn't matter. Either one.
Okay, let's
we'll do 5. Just... I'm not gonna go in any particular order. Like, one's not greater than the other. I just want to establish. I'm just gonna name 5 so that those are my 5 lists. Shovel Knight, is one of those.
You want to talk a bit
Super
about
Smash Brothers Ultimate is a really good one.
Okay.
Spider-Man, the Insomniac one, is also another one.
Okay.
What's another game I also had really fun playing? Rainbow Six Siege. There you go. That's my fourth one. And this other one, thank you to you, Israel. I'm slowly getting into it, but I would consider it a really fun game. Fuck no. Persona 5 is definitely another one that's up on that list. I don't want to put fighters in there because fighters are niche, and if I'm being honest, all fighters are boring. No, it doesn't count as a fighting game according to the community.
Why not SNK Heroines, dude, with female Terry Bogard? You're telling me that does not go on the same list as Smash Bros.
I think Smash Bros. The reason I really like that one is because it's sort of a combination of every game into one, and I think that's why it's a really fun one. But those are probably my top 5.
You want to talk a bit about each game, in case people who don't know what those are?
Shovel Knight took me 2 years to finish. Because I was on and off on it. If I'm being honest, though, it probably took me a week to finish Shovel Knight. If I'm being honest. Like, narrowing down all the time that I spent in that game. I want to say a week or 2. Just the game itself. Spider-Man took me 2 days to finish. Because I was really desperate for that game. Like, I really wanted to play that game. And I ended up buying a whole PlayStation with the game just to play it because I did not want to miss that opportunity. So I literally bought a PlayStation 4 with the Spider-Man game just to fucking play that game, like, and no other game after that, just Spider-Man. Like, I was that interested in it and excited. Rainbow Six Siege has always been my favorite game. It still is. I just haven't been active on it. But it's one of my favorite shooters, aside from Halo, because Halo's kind of gone downhill, if I'm being honest.
Just pray for Halo 6.
But Rainbow, yeah, pray for Halo 6. But Rainbow has stayed enjoyable with the updates and the new operators almost every year, if I'm being honest. Every season, I think, like winter, fall.
It's crazy how much they put, effort into, like, the community for Rainbow is fucking insane. Just and it goes to show like the support that the developers are giving it, kind of just resonates with the community.
Super Smash Brothers, not just Ultimate, but the previous
Smash 4
games as well. Smash 4, Smash, Melee, all of those, they've led up to this to Ultimate, and I think the reason this one is my favorite game is because it's kind of all over the place, and it really just, even though people say it's a really toxic community, it probably is. It really is a toxic community, but but when you get to know certain people. Yeah, if you get to know some of the people, you not everyone is toxic. It's like
it's like one of the most thriving communities on this fucking planet, dude. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you could just watch any Nintendo Direct. This is why people like Etika fucking thrived off of Smash Bros. And shit like that, because it was a community.
But it's still a fun game.
It's still a fun game.
Even with us, within ourselves, or with our group, with our, people that we also enjoy. Like, there's a couple artists that play that Smash Bros. And enjoy the game. What was my other one? Persona 5. I know that one's debatable because I'm just barely getting into it. But it's a new style of game that I'm getting into. Because it's not the typical games that I used to play, such as, like, person shooters, third person shooters, not just shooters, but like, you know, for example, Shovel Knight was a platformer. Um, Smash Brothers is a fighting game. You know, so it's out of my element in a sense, but I've fallen in love with the style. And the work, like everything about that game, is really amazing. That's including the music and the visuals overall.
Yeah, I think you're in for a ride because I, for one, have finished fucking Persona, and I gotta say, it's in my list too. I'll go into that later. But I mean, you're in for a real fucking treat for those who have not fucking played Persona.
Yeah.
Like, pick that shit up. It's pretty cheap, and there's the new games coming out in March. I mean, it's pretty long, so you might.
The old one should be a little cheaper.
Yeah, and then yeah. I mean, you got a good variety there. I wasn't really I expected Rainbow. I expected Smash from you, but I mean, yeah, you had a good variety. All right, for mine.
You know, that includes Overwatch, but you know.
Yeah. Speaking of Overwatch, these
We're
are
not talking about that.
in no particular order. Same like with John. These are my top 5 of the decade. Speaking of Overwatch, Overwatch is one of them. I mean, if anybody knows me personally, I am obsessed with Overwatch. I play more Overwatch than the average person should. You know, I just love the I just love it. I'll speak on to it later. Minecraft is another one. You know, not just because it just researched, but like the amount of fucking total hours I spent on that goddamn game and the amount of fun I had. Oh my god, it was just beautiful to like go through. And then Smash Ultimate is another that I really had fun with. And it's worthy to becoming one of the best games of this decade. Persona 5 as well, as like John said. And another game, fuck. Well, another game was pretty fun. God damn it. I'm gonna give it to... Actually, probably gonna give it to Fire Emblem Awakening. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Fire Emblem Awakening. Just to tackle on each game. Overwatch, like I said, I'm obsessed with the game. I love the hero shooter genre. I don't like the community behind it. That community is toxic as fuck. Especially the haters of it. You've probably seen some of the community, right, John? How they act?
Of Smash Bros? Heck.
No, Overwatch.
Oh,
like how
Overwatch.
much
Oh yeah, that's also, you know, very.
Yeah,
good. I think
very
there's
toxic.
a huge amount of toxic, you know,
But yeah, I mean,
communities.
I don't know. Yeah, I just love the hero shooter aspect. You know, I like how it just like the roles are like really unique in a way that like you can.
Everyone is unique. There's no one similarity.
Yeah, it's no Smash Bros with Echo Fighters, but I mean,
Yeah,
playing
Echo
as Tracer is
Fighters,
really fun. Playing Mercy was fun.
Or
for a while,
or Rainbow with
after.
like similar abilities.
Yeah.
Like some operators have, you know, share the same ability, just they vary differently. But I think Overwatch is probably more diverse.
Yeah, and then Minecraft was one of them. I mean, say what you will about Minecraft, but that game has changed the gaming landscape more than any other fucking game has. Like, it rivaled with other gaming giants like fucking Mario and Tetris. I mean, what it had done, simply on its own, really does deserve Game of the Decade. And Smash Bros, you touched on it a bit, so I won't talk too much, but I just love the... especially the DLC, I really love what they've been doing with them. I mean, everyone is here, and that's literally what it is from the previous
yeah.
Smash Bros.
And I know some people would argue, be like, not everybody. Yeah, we know, but everybody is like.
That's
know,
it.
when they're not overgenerous.
Introduced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we got Banjo-Kazooie, Mario, Sans, Mega Man, and Pac-Man all in one fucking game, dude. No other game can fucking claim that shit. And that's what's really good about fucking Smash Bros.
I
And then
just.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm just waiting for another fighter character. I know I don't want another fighter character, but
It's
I
just
do
Minecraft
at the
Steve,
same
dude.
time.
Minecraft Steve is in Smash, dude.
He has to be. I mean,
Yeah,
he is
dude.
an icon.
Yeah,
Minecraft
worthy.
is an icon.
I mean, a fucking Smash Bro, dude. But yeah, I mean, you're not gonna see that kind of lineup in any other fucking game, dude. Street Fighter?
You really don't.
No. Tekken? No. There's just a fucking panda in
No.
Tekken, dude.
Mortal Kombat? No. We got fucking porn star Joker in there, but no.
No, but they changed it. They changed how he looked.
No, yeah, they changed it. Like, what? I still want to reference that because that's what they went for, you know.
Yeah. And then Persona 5. Oh my god. I'm more in love with this game than I am with Overwatch, and with the character interactions, the characters in itself. You know, Makoto herself. I'm gonna put her on the screen, but she, mwah. I love her design. I love her persona. Joker himself is fucking badass, and Arsene too. I mean, the game, it makes you, I don't know, makes you feel like you're in Persona. No, no, I kind of got that from the Mighty Keep video of the Joker's reveal, or whatever. No, but I just love, because RPGs in general are boring as fuck. Take Pokemon for example, okay? You go talk to the fucking professor, and he's like, hey, he's your Pokemon. You gotta choose one, dude. You gotta choose a Pokemon. You're like, oh, okay, dude. You choose one, and you go fight. You kill other Pokemon in the wild. You fight your gym leader. Cycle repeats. Kill Pokemon, level up. Go fight the gym, and then you gotta go fight the Elite Four. And then that's it, There's really no story. Oh, some bad guy, some fucking Pokemon terrorist is trying to kill all and capture all the Pokemons in the world. You gotta stop him, dude, or else he's gonna summon the legendaries, and that's gonna be a bad time. But with Persona, you have like an actual story, and RPG battle, like the battles in Persona actually fucking mean something, and what you do in your personal life in Persona matters what you do in the cognitive world, and I really love that dynamic where you have to take your time and actually fucking you gotta socialize in Persona, and then that shit's gonna determine how strong you are when you go into battle. And I just love that format. I really do, and it's just fucking godlike. I already spent more than 200 hours on that game alone. And every time it's just fun, Every time I go into it, it's just pure fun. And in my last game, Fire Emblem Awakening, I mean, just Lucina herself. I mean, that's what really got me into RPGs was Fire Emblem Awakening. It was like one of the first good Fire Emblems I played.
Which reminds me, I need to give you back your Fire Emblem. I haven't finished it, but I don't think I'm gonna continue playing it.
Which one did you borrow?
The Warriors, I believe.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Yeah, I need to give you that one back. Hopefully, I can give it to you on Christmas Day.
Probably. Okay. Hold up, I gotta do something. Ah. Okay. Back on Fire Emblem. I don't know. I just love Fire Emblem. The characters itself, they're really cool. Chrom, Lucina, Robin, Frederick.
Ike.
Ike is not in Fire Emblem Awakening.
No, but he's still
He's
cool.
in Radiant Dawn. But yeah, I mean, I suggest to people who are like really into hardcore Fire Emblem to really pick up Fire Emblem Awakening. I mean, it's pretty fun. I mean, not much gets to be said about that game. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we had kind of variety and differences of video games right there.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's probably more, but
Yeah.
this is just an example or a snippet of what we really enjoy because we're really diverse.
Yeah. All right, moving on to favorite movie of the decade. I had some responses, and it's Foss said Nacho Libre or King Kong. Both had Jack Black, so probably that's why. I mean, I prefer his work in Jumanji better, you know. That tall guy says Interstellar, which I heard was good or bad. I don't know. Depends on who you talk to. And T-Rex says Godzilla, KOTM.
King of Monsters. King of Monsters. Which is a recent one with the when he fights King Ghidorah.
Is that the one that we watched and I fell asleep in?
I believe so. I don't think we went to go see the originals.
No. I don't know. I don't want to hate on Anthony because I feel like he's going to kill me for this, but I mean...
Well, the movie was good, but...
I mean, I fell asleep. I really can't.
You were probably tired, dude. Because I know you didn't fall
that's
asleep with the story.
Oh yeah, I think I had just came back from work that day. I mean, what's your
What about you?
movie?
Shit. It's, very, very difficult to come up with a favorite movie. I don't think I can. I think it's gonna have to be like a top 5 list again.
You want to?
If I'm being
You know what?
honest.
Do a top 3. Let's do a top 3.
Yeah, we'll do the top 3. Shit, that's very hard though. I wanna
I know-
say... Fuck, I have to do my research though because I don't wanna name a movie that came out a little sooner or a little after.
I mean, did you like the Spider-Man movies? No, there's...
I do like them. I wouldn't say they're my favorites though. As much as I love Spider-Man, I don't want to add that. As Avengers Endgame though, like the Avengers movies, specifically Endgame, because it introduced so many heroes. You know, and not only just in that one movie, but as a whole, that whole trilogy, that whole universe is what makes the Avengers movie really good. Especially Endgame. You know, being a new beginning of the series. You know, because it's been there for what? Is it 10 years or 8 years?
10 years.
10 years, yeah. 10 years of just Avengers films or superhero films. I need to see. This is gonna sound a little fucked up. Which one's the one where Paul Walker died?
I think that's Fast and Furious 7, I believe.
You
Or
think
the
it's
sixth
7?
I think it's...
It might be the
6.
7.
Ah, fuck. I'm gonna Google this real quick.
Fast.
Or you know what?
Furious
You know what? No,
7.
I'm just gonna put it
Yeah.
on the fucking screen.
Yeah. It's
Well, yeah.
that one's another good one. It's 7 because I'm looking at memes already. That was another good one because I grew up with those films. Even though the newer ones were okay, like they're not the best. It's not because Paul Walker passed away, but because that series should have ended a while ago. But you know, more money, so more movies. But I grew up in that neighborhood too, where they filmed the original Fast and Furious ones
Okay.
as well. So it kind of it touches close to home as well. And the third film, shit, that one's also really hard to determine. What did I say? Endgame, Fast and Furious. Oh, shit. What's another good movie? Oh, that's really difficult. You know what? I think I found one. Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Okay.
The newest Dragon Ball series. Because I also grew up with that. Obviously, I grew up with Dragon Ball for as long as I can remember. But the movie, that atmosphere, the tone when I went to go see the movie, not just with my brother but with my cousins as well, because we all grew up with that. I think that movie is another one of my favorites. to really revive the series again.
Okay. Okay, you got a good selection there.
Yeah.
Alright. So my picks.
You?
I would also have to say Endgame. I mean, I wasn't really much of a Avengers guy. I slept during the first two Avengers movies. I just fell asleep. I could not give the less of a shit. But Infinity War and Endgame though were just they were just phenomenal fucking movies, dude.
Should we count that as one movie? Because it's a 2-part movie, but you think that those two?
Yeah, let's just put them together because you can't have one without the other.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
But yeah, Endgame, just the whole thing with Thanos. Thanos as a character, it's like one of the most realist villains out there in movie cinema, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Alright, and second one. Fuck. I'd probably give it to the Joker movie, honestly.
We live in a society.
No, but like when we watched that movie, dude, like, oh no, like you could.
We
like,
felt uncomfortable.
Yeah,
well, at least
dude.
I felt uncomfortable laughing.
I know, I felt too, but like that movie was just so fucking amazing, dude.
It was well done. But we had I need to stop saying. I kept laughing after. We were just laughing at so many things in that movie, and it's like what's funny is it's not a comedy.
It's not supposed to be, and yet they had like comedic tones to it.
Yeah.
It was just. But no, regardless, that fucking Joker movie was just phenomenal. I love Heath Ledger's. No, not Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger died. He was a different Batman. Not Batman.
Joaquin
Joker.
Phoenix.
Well, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, he was an excellent portrayal. He played the Joker very well. I loved his performance in it. One more movie. Fuck. I'm gonna have to give it to my boy Jumanji. No, I'm kidding. No. I honestly don't know. Shit. I thought I had a... Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard.
I think it's because there's so many good... Oh, you know what I should have put?
What?
John Wick.
Oh, you know what? I'm giving it to John Wick, dude. That shit was just dope.
All three of them, though. I think all three of them, because I'm just going to say they're a 3-part movie, because they are, but all three films were amazing. Keanu Reeves, specifically, is breathtaking.
Enough said. Keanu Reeves, enough said.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of shit movies, to be honest, this year. I don't know. That's why I didn't really watch a lot of fucking movies the past decade, because I mean, none of them really caught my interest. And you know me, like, even when you guys want to take me out of the movies, I'm like, you know.
Yeah, you're very iffy on that.
Yeah. No, but I'm glad I saw John Wick with you guys. I'm glad we went to go see Endgame and Infinity War. I'm glad I got to see Joker with you. That was a fun experience.
That one was... It really was.
But I mean, those are just the top 3 I really loved this year. Well, not this year, but this decade.
Yeah,
Alright.
There's so many.
Alright, moving on to favorite memory within the last decade. This could deal with any genre of whatever the fuck. And it's Foss says Call of Duty World League Anaheim, and he says that he met Nightshot, Scump, and lots more. So he was able to meet some of the Call of Duty pros over there in Anaheim, which is pretty fucking cool. And then T-Rex, he just said hanging out with the squad. I wonder what he's referring to there.
There are so many days, so many times. maybe there is one in particular that was just pure fun and no, bickering, arguing, or
Uh-huh.
mhm,
So,
like bad points. Yeah.
so what would you say one of your favorite memories of the past decade would be?
I would have to say there's so many, but I think I want to say, shit, it's really hard. I think I have to say the day I went to Disneyland with Carlos and Leo, um, because there was
Okay.
nothing but good vibes there. This was a while ago. I want to say a year ago or two. I need to
This
look at
was
the
like
pictures,
3 years
but
ago.
it was, yeah, it was a really fun experience. It was not my first time at Disneyland, but it definitely the first vivid experience at Disneyland because I have not gone to Disneyland in so long, and I don't remember what it was like. So it was very different, but very new to me. Um, this was on February 10th of 2017. So this was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So that was awesome.
Almost three, but it was a very fun experience. Not just with Leo, but with Carlos. Even though we don't talk as much, but
Carlos, come on to the podcast. We love to have you here.
I don't think you've ever invited him
To what? The podcast?
to. Yeah.
I mean, I mentioned I was like, if anybody's down to do it, then just hit me up. But yeah, I mean, that's on him though. But yeah, you want to continue talking about your trip to communism? I mean, Disneyland.
No. Is there really a difference though, if you think about it? With Disney buying half of everything.
I meant to say, is it consumerism?
No, I mean it was a really fun experience. I mean, the only issues have always been like the lines, but that's something like everyone deals with when going to Disneyland. It's just like waiting in long ass lines. But the first time I went to a fucking roller coaster when I wasn't scared shitless, and it was the one with the loops, which is surprisingly the fun ones. Whereas the normal ones where you just dip down were probably the more terrifying ones. I think I preferred doing 3 fucking circles than going straight down because I don't like the feeling that it puts on my chest or my heart in this case. Because
Okay.
what about you?
It's pretty wholesome. Alright. Probably when we went to the J. Kill and Josh A concert.
First one or second one?
I'd say both, honestly. More so the first one, just because it was Josh A's
We
first
got to meet
time
him.
performing, and yeah, we actually got to meet him. I'll put
Yeah.
some pictures up on the thing if I can find it. But yeah, I mean, that was me and you and Leo's. Well, that was I would call that my first official my first official concert.
Concert?
I had gone
That
to
was
one.
my first official concert.
I had gone to one for the Sonic, I think it was like the 25th anniversary party, and they had the people who did like the Sonic music there perform, but I wouldn't really call that a concert.
That's more of an event than a concert.
Yeah, although that was pretty fun and the music was lit. They played some of my favorite Sonic music. But no, I really loved the concert just because we got to hang out, in LA. That was like our first time like driving out by ourselves over there. No, I drove because
Yeah.
you don't fucking drive. You should get your
Because
fucking
we can
license.
refer back to my New Year's resolution. Hey, this is a Christian podcast.
God said fuck. Don't worry. But no, I just loved that. It was just a fun time. I really wanted to go next year, but I got no money. Well, I'll probably be having money because I recently found a job. But want to go with my friends. I want to go.
Yeah,
With my friends.
I as much, and what's funny is we can go to this one. My dad offered to pay for my ticket, because it's so close to the restaurant, my family restaurant. That's the story for another day. I'll talk about it another time, but it's really close to there. So he was like, if you want to go, I'll pay for your ticket. You just let me know. I was
We'll
like,
see.
yeah, but
We'll
I
see.
just don't want to spend money. Yeah, we'll see. It really is a matter of time rather than money, because we have to plan it.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the offer's still on the table to stay with your family over there, or else we're gonna have to spend money on
Oh no, the offer has always been there. It's still there.
Okay.
I just hope we
Well,
don't
we'll
get
see.
kicked out anymore. We'll see, yeah, because
Yeah.
apparently
And
that's
hopefully
not
we-
our room anymore, even though.
And hopefully, if we do go there, I mean, hopefully we get to meet Josh and Jake again. Because the second
Yeah,
time we went, we didn't get to meet them because they were, they had other
Late
tours
for
to
a
go
flight.
to. Yep. So I mean, yeah, I really want them to start my fucking CDs, dude. I really do.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah, that would be one of my favorite memories, going to the concert, and also, found the team tree, that too. Alrighty.
Mhm.
Favorite person / people of the past decade. I got responses
Favorite.
and I got. What happened?
What was it? Favorite what?
Person / people of the past decade.
Oh, okay.
And that tall guy says Treeism, which people don't know, but that's our group chat with Team Tree. And then T-Rex says, you and the squad. Oh, how cute.
Mhm.
How cute. So yeah. Any,
Ew, feelings.
Alright, so is there any specific person?
There's
Or people?
multiple people. Well, I'll just start off with like my family. Obviously, my mom, my dad. Even though I've had issues with my dad, he's still, part of my life, and that's something I'm grateful for. My brothers and my sister. And my friends, obviously, you guys. Specifically, my friends and my mom. I think those are the main ones. So. But everyone around me, really.
Okay. Any other outside influences besides, this could go to like a
Outside
celebrity.
influences?
Yeah, this could go to celebrity, music artist, or, you say fucking Danny DeVito. That count.
No, I think I don't really look up to like famous people as much, mainly because I don't know them
Or,
personally.
YouTubers and shit like that. That too.
Even that, like I don't know them personally. If I knew them personally, knew who they were outside of YouTube or outside of the camera, in their natural habitat, or I don't know what that one term is, but in
In their raw
I would
form.
like to see them or meet them. Yeah, in the raw form.
Okay.
Mostly family and you guys, really.
Okay, that's also wholesome. Oh, how cute, dude. How fucking cute, dude. Alright, I mean, I'm like kind of on the same boat, My family, my mom, my dad, my little Chucky over here who's laying down next to me. I don't think she can fucking hear me. Yeah, she fucking hears me. Oh no, she did.
Oh yeah, my dog.
No, I'm just saying you're
Forgot about
Chucky.
my dog.
Yeah, my family, my pets, my little Belucci, my little Dobies, and then the newest addition to the family, my little Henhambre, as people see from my Instagram stories, but I have a lot of fun times, no, but she's a little cutie, she's a bitch at times. I mean, oh shit, I gotta bleep that out. She's a little she's a little asshole, but I love her though. And then
Just say she's mean, dude.
But no, I mean, yeah, I mean that's like kind of just a typical, cute answer. My friends, family, you know, my treason squad, other people like Fausto, other friends like Elena, um, shit like that, it's just, I mean, what can I fucking say on that? Um,
Yeah.
Outside influence, I like to say probably my favorite person would be. I fucking mentioned his name so many times, but I don't know. He shaped me to like one of the people who I am today. But Etika, I mean, I'm not gonna go too much into it because it's pretty fucking depressing. But
Sad.
yeah, I mean, just watching him, he makes you feel like you're part of like his streams. He makes you feel like a part of the family and shit like that. And I really loved him for that. But it's just such a shame to see him go. But yeah, I mean, those are my favorite people slash persons of the past decade. And then the last question I had asked was favorite music artist, and I had received a couple. By Isaac Gomez, he said Drake. I mean, okay. I mean, you can like what you want. It's Foss says J. Cole. And that tall guy, 24, says Dirty Heads, which I don't know who the fuck they are. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Look 'em up. Yeah.
I'll put pictures up just in case anybody
Mhm.
doesn't know. But favorite artists of the past decade, dude. We could do like a top 5, top 3.
Favorite artist.
Yeah. Music artists.
Yeah, I know. It's quite a few. I think I have a list. 5 of top 5.
Top 5.
I'm gonna include Josh A and J Kill as one, just because they do a lot of their music together. I know they're their own genre, and I do like both of their music separately as well. But I kind of want to just include that as a space.
Okay.
As one because Cali, Oliver Tree. I love a lot of his music.
Cali as in DJ Cali or what?
Cali, no, not DJ Cali. Cali.
I know the one.
That's literally his name. He doesn't go by anything else.
Oh, okay. Know the one.
He's the one who sings Location. Also sings Young, Dumb, and Broke. You can look him up as well.
I'll put pictures.
Oliver Tree was the third one. Eminem, to this day, he
Good
is
choice. Good choice.
all-time favorite. And if I don't find a fifth one, I'll probably just put J. Kill as the list as well, and separate the two. If I don't find another person. This is a bit random, but Black Tide. It's like one of those rock bands.
Oh, okay. Black Tide.
Never
heard of them.
Yeah, I was introduced to them during Street Fighter X Tekken.
Oh, okay.
They had a song during one of their trailers called Honest Eyes. It was like one of the most badass like fighting type music, really. It's like music you would listen to when you're kicking ass type of stuff.
Okay.
And then I listened to their music and they're really good. So
Okay.
those 5 probably be my list.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Another one. All right. For my artists, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll probably include Josh A and J.K. as one, because they're pretty much the same fucking person at this fucking point. Yeah. I mean, I love their music. Post Malone is another one that I really fucking love. As you can ask anybody in my friend group, I am obsessed with Post Malone as well. So, I mean, there's that.
You are.
It's not a phase, damn it. I really like Quedeca as well. He's with just his album voice memos alone, it was just really good. Fuck. This is hard. I'm gonna have to look at my fucking Spotify playlist. See who the hell I listen to.
Yeah. And if not, you can always separate Josh A and J. Kill as their own artists to fill in that blank.
I'd say Oliver Tree as well. I really love his music.
Yeah. There's a lot of music songs that I like. A majority, I want to say like 9 out of 10 of his songs I really like.
And you know what? Fuck it, dude.
I don't dislike any of his music.
No, I really don't either. Some of his music is really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the last one, it might sound fucking random, but I really like the epic rap battles.
Billie Eilish.
Oh no, that's like way off, dude. No, I really love epic rap battles, dude. They are some of the like their music. Well, it's not like something you could like really bop to, but like some of the music they write for like the battles and shit is really fucking good. Like the Joker versus Pennywise itself, that battle was just mwah, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, mwah, that shit was beautiful, dude. And they had like some of the best fucking battles, like Goku versus Superman, Walter White versus what's that fucking dude's name for The Walking Dead? I forgot. But and then yeah, the Hitler versus Vader series, that was good.
The recent one of Joker versus Pennywise is probably one of my favorite ones right now.
I literally said that earlier. But yeah.
No, I didn't get to respond to it. My bad.
Okay, it's fine. Thanos versus J. Robert Oppenheimer. That one was really good. Especially Oppenheimer's fucking verse. I really like it. I mean, they really nailed his fucking appearance. But yeah, I mean, I really fucking love them. They're like one of the first YouTubers I found on this fucking website. You know, I mean, I would consider them as music artists because let's be real, they do create their own fucking music and it's really fucking good when you sit down and watch like
lyrics, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like better than most fucking artists out there, you know. It's hard to say that fucking epic rap battles of history is better than Tekashi 6ix9ine, dude. I know that's hard to fucking take in, but you know. It's a thing, though. It's a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that concludes our Instagram shit that we had asked people for. Is there anything else you want to mention?
Hopefully, no. I mean, hopefully we get more responses. Even if we don't say them here, it's nice to know other people's interests.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put like honorable mentions on screen of people who are responding late to the answer and the question I asked. I'll probably put them along with the like whatever fucking topic that we're talking about. Probably I'll put pictures and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was basically the last decade, dude. I mean, that was just it. It's been a roller coaster, dude. I don't know what else to. That's like a perfect analogy for it. It was just a fucking roller coaster. There's ups and downs. There's really nothing else to it. Huh. And so you wanna plug your social media, you know, or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, they can find me on Instagram. The one I use the most is definitely Instagram. I have it as Old Jolly John or Old Jolly _John, all lowercase.
I'll put a picture on the screen and link to the description.
Yeah.
You don't want to promote anything else?
No, I don't have a YouTube channel or anything.
Alright. You can find me on Instagram at Remedial Small. You could, subscribe to me on YouTube, I guess. I need to pass Mr. Beast, guys. I gotta fucking tell him something, you know? He's stealing my fucking ideas, dude. That's just not right. Yeah, get me more subscribers than Mr. Beast. That's my New Year's resolution.
You're gonna start a war with Mr. Beast that he doesn't even know exists.
Yeah, and then Twitter. I mean, I'm not gonna promote my fucking Twitter. No, that's my private Twitter. I'm not gonna say anything about that. But yeah, I mean, maybe we'll revive the Truth Reveal channel. I have to talk to Leo about that because I really want to do more IRL based stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was fun
Not
while it
just
lasted.
podcasts.
Yeah, but this is probably just gonna go on and this is just gonna go on the Jesus channel. But I also want to start doing gaming
Yeah.
shit. I want to see how that works. Play some.
Definitely, definitely gaming. Definitely, that's something I do want to look forward to as well.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of projects I'm willing to fucking work on in the future. It's just I need money.
Not
But
only that, but we can also work on the skills that we learn. Like, for example, if we do learn to play the piano, we can do some stuff with the piano. I know Leo knows how to play, but not the best, but he knows how to play. Or even learning the new languages that we do. We could do something like visit a different country. I doubt we'll fucking visit a new country.
no, dude. You
fuck.
know how fucking expensive it is to go to fucking
anything
Greece,
can happen.
dude?
Anything.
That shit's
Anything can
expensive.
happen, bro.
I don't know.
Well, we could win a Mr. Beast video, you know? Who knows?
Buy a plane. Shit. Yeah, I mean, it was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I'll move to this format of pre-recorded episodes. Hopefully you guys all enjoy. This has been another episode of the Treecast podcast. I'm your host, Israel Torres, and joining along with me was John, aka McDaddy. And I think that's it. Alright, bye-bye.